How's it going?
All right, I'm here with Phil McGrath, the greatest, arguably, Dragon Ball Z player ever. Except today, right? Okay, so what deck did you play today at the Illinois Regional?
I used Saiyan Empowered Cell.
Okay.
This is, again, a deck I built a couple weeks ago, mostly to counter Orange 20 while maintaining some solid matchups all around the board.
Okay.
It's not as aggressive as a lot of other people's builds. The biggest differences in the deck, it runs 2 Rescue to maintain looping of whatever cards I need, which I'll get into in a second. 4 Dragon Balls, which are 2, 4, 7, and 3. I don't know why I did them in that order. And 2 Demolishing Beams, which a lot of people had to read today. It's an energy for 80 stages, 3 life, and if it hits, it goes back to the bottom of my deck, which gives me extra anger, and it uses a Dragon Ball in play.
One of the most amazing cards.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So against Orange 20 especially, that card always hits, and all of those balls do amazing work. But even just in random matchups, using it to capture, or to copy a 4 against Roshi, or, hi, it's Kyle. Kyle used this deck today too.
Yeah, it didn't go as well.
We had different results.
How did you do?
Not as well. I won't be posting any tournament reports anywhere, I don't think.
All right.
I probably will. Yeah.
So Demolishing Me must have also did work against Roshi too.
Yeah, I only played 1 Roshi today. Obliterated it.
Oh wow.
It just, you can take away the ball victory and the MPPV victory so easily with this deck. It runs tons of crit effects, which I can break down in a second, and then also looping Demolishing Beams to copy ball 2 pretty much shuts MPPV out of the picture. So my crit effects, rapid fires and chokes, crit whenever they hit.
Right.
Overwhelming is crit whenever I search for them, which I'm better at doing than most the aggro builds because I have 2 rescues.
There you go.
Which, especially against Roshi and 20, is huge.
Yeah.
2 pinpoints.
Love Pinpoint Blast.
Pinpoint's amazing, especially, I mean, it's got endurance, it's a secondary, it's a decent attack, it's not banish after use, so I can loop it. And Saiyan Back Crash, which is a card that most people don't really know what it does. It's a physical for 5. Discard a card from your hand to use a crit effect if you want. And if you rejuve it during I don't think it has to be during combat, but if you rejuve it, you can banish it to use another crit effect.
That's nice.
So it's Saiyan Rescue, it's just a crit sitting in your discard pile like a weighted clothing.
Yeah, so if like a Roshi got 6 balls on you, you can do it outside of combat and crit it outside of combat. Really nice.
It's got a lot of different applications. It's very good.
Yeah, so overall, how'd you do in Swiss?
So I started off 5-0 in Swiss. Was basically crushing it. Came up across a restored Piccolo deck that really kind of tore me apart, to be honest.
Yeah.
He got a ball 2 out to keep me from getting to 3, and then hurry quested it, and he's restored. So you hurry quest your balls, you get to just use them again because you put them on the bottom and then put them on the top.
Yeah.
So I leveled 3 times in the first 2 combats, and I couldn't hit level 3.
Wow.
We fought back and forth all game, but he ended up beating me by 10 or 15 cards. So he got to level 4 Piccolo, and level 1 Cell. I don't have much control over that matchup.
Right. So what did you end, like 7-1 then?
I actually lost the next round too. So there was some drama for me about whether or not I was going to make cut.
Oh wow.
My next round opponent was Black Perceptive 20, which when he sat down, I was thinking this is a good matchup for me. Perceptive barely does anything.
Right.
I got a lot of tech against 20. Like the overwhelming powers, and he can't get his drills back because if I overwhelming them off the table, he's a level 1. He doesn't run any anger. But he got out attack drill and scouting drill and a couple other things early. Searching teched my overwhelming powers out. Hit me with a capture, hit me with a choke, hit me with my own choke with Black Reflection.
Oh wow.
And I was just down 20 or 25 cards early. So we swung back and forth after that, but even though I could get to 4, the engine that I usually use against 20 was out of the deck. So
Wow.
I wasn't able to get ball 4 online, so I couldn't Demolishing Beam, so it kind of fell apart.
So luckily you did actually make the top cut with 6-2. I think there were 22 6-2s and 11 of them made it.
Exactly.
Yeah, 11 of them made it. So you were one of those.
I was lucky. This is one of the side effects of the new tiebreaker system. So now your losses are what determine your tiebreakers primarily.
Right.
My losses combined to go 13-3. So I got in not by as much as you would think. There were a lot of people who started off 5-0 or 6-0 and ended up, with tiebreakers who went 14-2 or 15-1.
Wow.
But
so top 16, man. What'd you end up playing?
Tony Ortiz.
Okay.
That's a deck a lot of people are familiar with. He top forward at Fargo with it. He's always using black. I looked at the list after Fargo, so I knew more or less what it was. I don't think he changed it. If he did, it wasn't more than a card or two. So that's a matchup I'm super comfortable with for a lot of reasons. My deck has one copy of Saiyan Menace in it, which is enough for a decent
I love it.
Because if it hits the discard, I have 2 rescues and outrages to search for them. So if it hits the discard, I can do a lot of damage that way. But also I'm running spin kicks, all the crit effects I mentioned, and Cell's draining attack. So I have tons of ally tech. So early game, he held on to Timer's Warrior's Tool, something I think is a mistake a lot of the times.
Yes,
a lot of
don't hold time against Saiyan.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I entered, used my level 2 power to banish Ball 2 and search for a Saiyan Domination. Entered on it. He used an attack. I had time in my hand, which was safe behind a Domination. He couldn't sphere it or confrontation it or whatever.
Right.
And then I hit him with a draining attack when he had 4 allies out. So he died. Honestly, after that, you still have to be careful with that deck because it runs a ton of anger.
Yeah.
And that is a perfectly viable secondary win condition. He's got 3 commands, 3 dashes, overhead, maybe
chin kicks.
Yeah, chin kicks, all the stuff that gives you anger. So after that, with my level 3 power, I prioritized getting rid of stuff like that. Used my crit effects to lower his anger aggressively. As soon as he hit 2, I put him back down to 1 with my level 4. He just kind of couldn't get back into it. So.
All right. So how did top 8 go for you? I watched a little bit of this match.
It wasn't very long. So sit down against Turles, which the last round of Swiss I actually played against a red Turles. That deck can go, or that match can go completely either direction. It's probably close to 50-50. He won the die roll, entered and let on a Shattering Leap. I didn't draw any blocks. Turles leads on a Shattering Leap and you don't draw any blocks, you're kind of biting it.
Yeah.
So he did a ton of damage, like 15 or 20 cards. My turn, I dropped 2 Saiyan Enraged. Here's where I made a mistake, and a lot of people wouldn't have done this anyway, but I think it was a mistake. I should have entered on a 2-card hand. I had 2 anger. I could have secured a level with Saiyan Enraged, but I passed because I don't want to enter into a Turles with his Mastery active with a 2-card hand.
That was a real tough call, but...
Yeah, he was only at 2 stages above because I had hit him with my power, so he was in A. His base was low. I was going to get my stages back if I did it, but I passed. He enters on his turn, Masteries. The card under the Mastery is Red Forceful Strike, which, for those who don't know, if you perform it from your discard pile, it destroys a setup or drill, and if it hits, it destroys another one.
Yeah.
So he used it. I didn't draw a block. He hit both Enraged. Probably did 25 or 30 more life cards that combat, so I was down to like 15. Combat after that, I hit him with 2 Saiyan Rapid Fires and a Cell level 3, and I had been chipping him before that, so I actually got him to like 15 cards. But after that, he entered on a red restriction, so I couldn't level down. He did a sick play. He used Red Freezing Beam to grab Hidden Power Drill when I was at full, and he was at 0. So it netted him 10 stages in this matchup. And after that, I couldn't soak stage damage anymore, because even an attack with no base off of Red Turles is doing 7, and I couldn't afford to take that damage. So he was able to seal it. That was like probably combat number 3 and turn number 4. So
wow.
It was a fun game. It was really back and forth, but Turles took it this time.
So, I mean, top 8, that's nothing to snuff at. And, you know, are you coming to any more events?
I'm going to a lot of events.
Okay.
So, Philly's the one that's kind of the biggest question mark. I would like to go. I think it'll be one of the best opportunities to get an invite. I don't think it'll be huge. I think it'll probably be even smaller. I say that like this was a small event. It'll be smaller than this was, and top 4 will get an invite.
Yeah.
Week after that's Gen Con. I'm definitely going there.
There you go.
Michigan Regional, I have to go to. It's a rep it, and I go there every week anyway. Kentucky Regional, I'll probably go to. And Colorado Regional, I will maybe make a surprise appearance because flights are cheap, and I would love to just go to Colorado for a few days.
Who won, really?
What was that?
Who won?
Yeah, it's Colorado. Like, I just got back from Oregon, and I was like, why did I come home? I want to go back to the mountains. So, yeah, hopefully 5 more tournaments this year. Even if I can't get an invite from top 2ing at one of them, which who knows, we'll see. Hopefully I can just keep making cuts and accumulating points and get in that way.
I'm sure you're going to get your invite, man, and, you know, good luck to you later. And, you know, you're always coming out with innovative deck ideas, so even though Saiyan Cell's kind of established, you did a different thing with it, and I'm expecting to see more great things from you.
Thanks.
All right.